Hi guys and welcome to Things I've Learned this week, and the first topic I want... I don't know. I have such a headache. I don't know, maybe it's a tumor.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.
Okay, now that we've established it is not a tumor. Silly accent, by the way. Let's start with the first topic and that would be the Samsung Galaxy S6 most probably won't get the Snapdragon 810. Is this an issue? Personally, I don't see it as one, because the mainstream buyer won't care at all, and it's not like the 810 will prevent the device from lagging, because we are using TouchWiz after all. Just kidding. But what I mean with this is the mainstream buyer doesn't really care what SoC is inside his phone, as long as he gets a good experience, and most of them seem to do, otherwise they wouldn't buy so many Galaxy devices. It should be good enough, and we also should remember the 810 is the first flagship 64-bit SoC, and we don't know if they will actually be able to deliver such a great experience with that as they did with their 32-bit SoCs. We won't know. And I also think 2015, in this year, we are already at a state where any flagship SoC should be good enough. And if Samsung thinks the Exynos is good enough to replace any high-end Qualcomm chipset in their devices, it should be good enough. At least I don't think it will hurt their sales, because again, the average consumer doesn't care. Who cares though is the hardcore modder or user who wants to make maybe a custom kernel or use a custom kernel, because we know Qualcomm chipsets are known for their open sources, and you can mod them and you can make custom kernels to get the best out of the device. This is something Exynos never delivered, and this could be a setback for maybe reviewers and so on who want to mod, but not the mainstream market, and it definitely won't hurt Samsung after all, so don't worry too much about that. And since we are already talking about Samsung, let's continue with them, and I have one question. What the hell does Samsung think material design is? I don't get it. I saw videos of the Lollipop update and I saw screenshots, but I see a kind of, I don't know, even more simplified TouchWiz, and it looks even more childish, but from what I understand, that isn't material design, and I think most of the people outside here on G Plus and everywhere else agree with me, because it looks kinda towards material, but that's not material. And if that would be material, oh Google, what have you done? So no more Samsung Lollipop, sorry. Let's move over from Samsung and get over to Sony, and I'm not really that pleased either, because what I see there is the newest leaks and rumors, and the screenshots of the newest Z4 panel seem to be a little bit something I wasn't expecting to see, because we got pictures and leaks before where the Z4 got way less tall than it was before. And one thing I complained a little bit about the design of the Z4, it just was too tall in comparison to the width, and I wanted it to be shorter. Maybe they could have gotten the black bars a little bit down, but the newest shots you can also see here don't seem to make any difference, and for that reason I'm also not really that much tempted. Of course it will be a great device, but if it will be enough to lead me away from the Z3, I don't think so from what I see. The next item on the list would be the rant of the week, and the topic for today is leaks. I am fucking tired of them. I can't see them anymore. Day after day after day, a new one gets released of the Samsung Galaxy S6, the One M9, the Xperia Z4, the new Motorola. I can't stand it anymore. We see every little detail. Give us maybe a hint of what you could expect, so we have some excitement and some surprise left. But no, we have to know all the software features, we have to know all the hardware features, we have to know exactly how it looks, and I don't think we have to, because I don't personally want it. I want some surprise left, and otherwise I will be already disappointed by the time the device is out, because by then it is old news, and since I already know what else I see and then see, oh, the leak is exactly what it is right now, and I was hoping to get something else. No, you won't, because the leaks are very good these days. In 2013 things were okay. In 14 they got even worse, because we got just too many details, and now we get every little shit. We don't need to know this. And for all the bloggers out there, you don't have to post every little leak. We don't have to know this, because wouldn't it be better just to write an editorial in the time you're writing this leak down? Because this would be actually something exciting to read, interesting to read, and helpful to read. No, but you make the money with those leaks because they are clickbait. Everyone clicks it because everyone thinks he has to know all that. But then again, we see 5 leaks in a week, and most of them are pretty much the same, and we don't really know nothing new, because you could also just wait a week and then sum all the ones up in one, and not every day. But even then, I think we just know too much, and I'm sick of that. And if you think the same, let me know in the comments below. One more thing I wanted to share is actually the issue of this topic, and that is don't overshare. And I noticed this issue having for a few weeks already, and even longer, and it got way more dominant this week with my podcast episode 4. And the reason why I'm saying this, I don't want to overshare anymore. At least I will try to tone it down, because I definitely noticed people on a tech channel don't want to hear too much personal stuff, at least not the negative stuff of a person. And I will try to tone it down, but this is a general thing. Don't overshare if you don't want the backlash of it. The next thing on the list today is an advice, and that would be don't trust the nice guy. Because if someone is just too nice in public and everywhere else, always seems to be so nice and helpful and everything, I think he has a hidden agenda, and what I'm saying to him is,
Fuck you, asshole.
so always try to look a little bit deeper, check details, and actually be sure he is a really good person after all. But you won't have this issue on this channel, because you can definitely trust me, because I'm a nice guy. Whoa.